for the type of energy only Darren, McCarty, and Neal Ruhl can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here in the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, back in effect. What's up, D-Mac?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm cool, man.
I'm happy. It's golf day.
I was told it would be warm today. It's not yet.
Well,
I know
it's getting
supposed to
there.
be.
It's getting
But
there.
it's not
It'll
yet.
be in the same. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Tea time isn't until this afternoon, so we're good. We can
Okay,
handle
you'll
it.
be good. All right, there you go. Spencer Raxter in the building.
Hello.
What's going on, Spenmo?
Not much.
What's up, man? You seem melancholy.
No, it's just Tuesday.
Rest in peace, Tuesday.
Rest in peace, Tuesday.
Rest in peace to the checking account. Tax season. Ha ha.
Yeah.
I know that feeling, brother. Generational Alex in for KG.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Oh, living the dream here. Living the dream.
No one else will tell me. Do you know Bryce's stats from the spring game?
I do not know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny. I can never get an answer. All right.
Maybe just read some numbers off the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but we're locked. We're loaded. We are ready to go. We're firing up the engines. The NFL draft stuff. Spenny's got a bunch of cool NFL draft stuff that we will get to. I was listening to the morning show as well. Generational Alex has irrational fears. We'll discuss that.
Irrational.
Irrational.
Like I walked in and it's like, what are you talking? Like, that's
We
He ain't
say
making
it's
no sense.
irrational
irrational.
until
Yes,
it happens.
because you're putting not this man that is drafting. You're not using. You. Anyways, we'll get to it.
We absolutely will. It is a Rest in Peace Tuesday. Dr. Pierce will join us live in studio as well.
Oh.
Jump into the Woodward Sports chat thread. Tammy Chin, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tammy.
Morning,
Good,
Tammy.
good to wrap at you,
Morning,
no doubt.
Tammy.
Adese 411, good morning. Billy Donovan, gone from the Chicago Bulls. Yes, he stepped down, which the writing was kind of on the wall when their GM got let go. So that's the way that stuff typically works. So it was kind of odd that they hired Donovan before they hired the GM, but that's the Bulls. That's why they're a bad organization. So it makes a lot of sense. D-Mac, everybody was kind of geeking out on the NHL playoffs except for me because I fell asleep about 10 o'clock last night for the first time in forever. I'm pissed, though. I missed the Edmonton Oilers playoff experience. They come out, boom, boom, they're up 2-0. They're going to win the Stanley Cup. Oh, look, they're down 3-2, and then they win. The Ducks got to win that. McDavid didn't have a point. And the Ducks
How
didn't
crazy
win.
is that? There you go. And just talking about the electricity intensity of playoff hockey, like ramping it up and
What's it
early
like?
in the season, it's awesome. I know it's awesome from what I remember a long time ago. But again, if you're a hockey fan, then you have to tune in to see where you're building towards. I mean, we got so many. I don't want to get into the Red Wings because now's not the time.
Yeah.
We all know.
I'm Red Winged out.
That's it. For you, Neal,
Thank you.
being Red Winged out, but you look at where you got to get to, and the teams that you thought you were equivalent or better than, and I'm going to use Buffalo and Ottawa as an example. You look at what they are doing right now, just taking it to the next level. And I know that Ottawa's down to Carolina 2-0, but could be the other way. It could be 1-1 or 2-0 the other way.
But it's not.
But it's not.
Yeah, and it's Carolina. And just sit there and you wait because you know in the end Carolina's going to win that game, and that's the way that it goes.
It's fun though if you're a hockey fan. So
I wouldn't know. All right, I wouldn't. Like we just gotta call that. We just gotta call that what it is. Tigers lost yesterday. We'll touch on that. Spencer Torkelson, time to DFA him. I will say this though, like I'm kind of only half joking about it, but this Drew Anderson thing, like that's enough.
yeah,
I agree.
40%.
Less than 40% of the time he throws a strike. You can't live like that.
No.
Like
Well-
you can't be in the majors doing that. You can't.
Because opposing hitters are disciplined enough to just stand up there until you got to feed the strike zone, and then they're going to sort of wait.
And you
tee
have
off.
to you don't have the control So you have to pump the middle of the zone, and then they, in turn, pump the pitch. Like, that's I don't know what we're doing anymore, man. Like, it's time. Somewhere else. Like, he can pitch, just somewhere else, not here.
Yeah. Especially if we're taking it seriously this year.
Like, that's...
But these are
Not
things
here.
that aren't these things that you find out at this point of the season.
Well, we find it out every time he steps on the mound.
Well, I get it, but isn't some people hope things change, Neal, not as they usually go. So you said enough's enough from all his past, not just this year, to his history and stuff like that. You have no more room for him on your roster.
No, there's no more room at the end for
Okay.
the product of the Korean baseball organization. That's enough. That's enough. I've seen enough. I've seen enough, but it's not my opinion that matters.
Well, and when you have the facts behind it that do not support you as a pitcher, finding the strike zone 40% of the time, that's got to be really low in the league, right?
Absolutely. No, but
what would that be if that was like OPS or, when you're talking about Javi what would it be? The inverse to Javi's?
It would be Javi being the worst every day. There can't be a guy worse than that. There can't be.
But it's like an OPS. The average is 7. What's the average? 700, 600.
Yeah, in the sevens. Yeah.
In the sevens, right? And this would be
You
a
get in
guy.
the sixes,
this
you're
would be a
bad.
guy in the 4.
Yeah, this would be Javi's 450 season.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Season. Woodward Sports chat thread. Tominator brings up a good point. The NBA playoffs. So the Knicks are done now, right? Because they lost to the Hawks yesterday, so it's over.
God, I would hope so. You want to talk about a hate watch, man? Watching them crumble. I'm like, yes, give it to me more.
I did enjoy it too.
It's so good
I
to
did
see.
enjoy it too. And the Nuggets too, Spenny. Nuggets are cooked.
Nuggets are gone.
Yep.
See you later.
I found out that
We hardly knew you.
Yep.
I found out that Atlanta fans barely know they're in the playoffs. I guess
Probably
they're
not.
used to. I had my buddy come up from Atlanta, and he was like, "Yeah, we didn't even know." I was like, "Okay."
That sounds about right for Atlanta, man. Dexter James, my glorious Kings, Neal and D-Mac. Dexter, appreciate you.
Shout
out, Dexter.
Appreciate you tapping in. John effing Lord, Generational Alex, Skynet is coming.
Oh, that's my. If you tuned into the morning show, I'm very anti-AI, and we went on a AI tangent about some comments made recently about using AI for draft analytics and strategies, and we determined that I'm going to be the John Connor of this generation, and I'm going to be taking on AI solo if I have to.
Okay, but let me know how it works out.
You will when I'm leading the revolution.
All right. Perfect. I'll say I knew you then. Good luck.
Revolutionary, Alex.
Yeah,
coming soon.
yeah, generational, revolutionary, all of it in there as well. How was Sault Ste. Marie, D-Mac? You're signing people's prosthetic legs and stuff.
Well, we didn't know, Spenny. We were just doing the tickle test, and no, we had an absolute blast up there. Thanks to everybody at Quaden and the Black Rock, obviously, but to people in town. Shout out Coach Whitten and everybody that made us feel at home up there, and everybody that came out to say hello. Whether I saw some pictures from 20 years ago with the band up there and stuff like that. So it's great to connect, and I think that what was most important to me was that the kids and the heavyweights and Bomber and Justin and everybody sees is your reach outside of just here in the city. You're here in the studio all the time, and you do watch parties around here. We're grateful for, but you have a huge audience outside of the city, the state, even the country, outside this country and stuff. But it was real cool where they build it. So I'm excited because I'd love to see those guys or us as Woodward go back up there during hockey season for Lake Superior State, and it was so.
Spenny said they're going to have him drop a puck. At
Yeah,
a game next year.
100 million%. And the way they open arms, it's the way it is. What I love about Michigan everywhere you go. So it was nice that got to experience it and got to see. I love it, Neal, because now been around enough that people bring pictures of when they were younger and their families and stuff like this, and we can catch up on that. But just the connection of everybody coming out and saying hi, say thank you, and wherever I am, continue to come out and say hi, and we'll get the picture, and you can tell me the story about the last time we met, and if I have to apologize or not.
Still got to clean those up occasionally.
Well, you know
yeah?
what? That's what I said. You know, it was the 90s were a little different. 90s, 2000s, you know, in the early 10s. I've come a long way, but if that's what needs to be done, we do not hide. We are accountable for it.
Pete Smith, there is no quick way to get to Sault Ste. Marie. Well, Pete, that's because it's really far away.
How'd you enjoy the drive, Spenny? Did you sleep both ways?
No, I didn't sleep at all. I can never really sleep in cars, but it was smooth. The ride back was worse for sure.
It's always worse.
It's always worse on the way back.
Always worse, especially
You know
when you
what?
come back from up north.
Rick and I headed back after the show, whatever, like this, and we were lucky because all the independent shows like GCW, Bloodsport, and all that. So it went real quick because we got to watch wrestling on the way home.
Hell yeah.
Not that I promote that.
Michael Daniel, let's try Riley at first base, gang. So we're on the
Okay.
I heard the Kerry Carpenter one.
we got about 8 first basemen on this team.
Lefty first baseman. There he is.
We got like 8 first basemen on this team. We did struggle defensively. We do that in stretches.
It's really hard to do well when you walk 6 guys. It's just really hard. You put yourself in a poor spot, and I feel like that's where a lot of our struggles have been coming this year. Even though it's still early, not putting the doomsday clock on yet, but yeah, like when we keep walking people when we really shouldn't, and it's putting us in positions. And I think yesterday kind of showed like, hey, something's got to adjust on our strategy when it comes off the mound.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different like when you don't go a whole trip through the rotation with the starters giving up 1 earned run. Because like they did that the whole last trip through the rotation, literally every single starter.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they kind of have to be perfect all the time, right?
I just want a team that doesn't put themselves in bad positions. But I live in Detroit.
Well, I mean, look at our lineup and look at us defensively. You're going to be in a bad position from time to time.
It's what we talked about in the offseason. And, it said that we might end up in this position, and here we are.
Yeah, it's just like this is what we are. It's what they are. Like it is.
I just want them to be better, man. Is it so hard to ask? Is it so hard to ask for them to be better?
They're flawed, man. I mean,
I know. Everyone's flawed, but some flaws can carry, and if these flaws become bad habits, and then in positions where we really need these bad habits to not be a thing.
Well, they don't become habit, Alex. It's like it's their flaw. You know what I mean? Like
if I'm flawed, I work on my flaws. I don't just go, I'm flawed. Oh, I can't kick well. I mean,
it's not like we're in last place in the division or anything. We just came off 9 of 10 wins,
8 of 10,
and we're in second place division, only half a game back of the Guardians. I don't think we're in a bad spot at all. It was just a bad outing by Jack.
Yeah, I mean, like, and you get that from time to time with him.
That's true. It's very true.
And like it,
I might be overcritical.
but he's a part of this. Yeah. Like people forget 6 months ago, he was your savior. Mm-hmm. Like your life was on the line, and he delivered.
Mm-hmm. I may be overcritical. I could just be overcritical. It could just be coming, from my youthful years of being a Detroit sports fan, that I just get very overcritical of when I see things go wrong, and I'm like, we got to fix it now. But, could just be the carbon monoxide monitor going off. Just need new batteries.
Woodward Sports chat thread. RJ Graham, what happened to Torque? He's your Gold Glove first baseman. We'll discuss it. We're. Do you guys want to do the Pistons, or do you want to continue this Tigers when we come back? You tell me. What do you think? What do you think we should do?
Put it in the poll.
You want chat poll it through the break?
Let's do chat.
Choose
poll.
your own adventure, everybody. We like to do this from time to time. Why are we sitting here talking about it? You guys are watching. You tell us what you want.
It's like those books where you got to choose which chapter to go to.
Right. Absolutely. It's like Maz at a Subway. You tell me what you want on the sandwich, and then you can't complain about the sandwich, right, Spenny?
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you're Maz.
If you're Maz, you probably will.
Not enough tuna.
Not enough tuna. See, there you go. All right, everybody, let's talk about it. Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. It's the best gym in the gym game. I've been a member there going on 4 years, and that'll never change. As long as there's a Planet Fitness, that'll be my gym, and that'll be where I go, and you should too. The Black Card's still just $24.99 a month. That hasn't changed. You get access to every Planet Fitness in the world. They're pushing 3,000 of them now. There's over 50 in Metro Detroit alone, so wherever you are, there's one near you. Facilities are clean, tons of weights, tons of cardio equipment, all of it. You're never standing around waiting. The gym's not like overly crowded, none of that stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, man, again, before I did commercials for Planet Fitness, I was a member at Planet Fitness, guys. Like, it just keeps rolling. PlanetFitness.com or pull in the parking lot. Planet Fitness, don't pay more money to lift the same weights. They weigh the same.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive, thrive.
Lions fans, very important. Get ready for the biggest night of the offseason on Thursday night. Yes, this Thursday, April 23rd, Woodward Sports will be live at Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills for our Round 1 NFL Draft party. Tune in as we broadcast live from the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. We'll be bringing you wall-to-wall NFL draft coverage featuring your favorite Woodward Sports personalities and elite expert analysis as the picks roll in. Woodward Sports NFL Draft Party live Thursday night at Massage Chair House. Your ticket to ultimate recovery, relaxation, and football.
All right, we're off and running here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren McCarty here in the house. Spencer Raxter, Generational Alex here also. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. You want to skip the line, use a super chat like Sideless did. The whole AL is flawed, and we're the Dolph Ziggler or Honky Tonk Man of the MLB. Triple H are the Dodgers, and they're over there waiting to bury whoever escapes. I mean, but, we could, we push some tickets too. The Tigers push some tickets. There's no doubt. What do you want? Pistons 52%, Tigers 48%. All right, we'll do the Pistons first then. So there you go. You guys can't be mad at it. Exercise your freedom of speech here, and we'll react. So, all right, it's Tigers. And, look, this was the thing, right? For this whole season, once they sign Valdez, they're the favorite to win this division. And we've seen it all already, D-Mac. What are they, 13-12, 12-11? Something like that.
12-11.
12-11. So we're basically 10% of the way through the season. And we've seen the Twins, be good for a minute. I don't buy it. I'm sure you guys don't buy it. They got cooked in a series. It's what it's always going to be, D-Mac. Cleveland defies logic, and they win games. Just like, Jose Ramirez defies logic and plays there for $25 million a year when he's one of the best players in baseball, best hitters in baseball. It's just, we're going to go through this exercise repeatedly, right? There isn't, short of having a 15-game lead by the end of May, this is the way it's going to be. When they lose, it looks a certain way. When they win, it looks a certain way. It's just...
Which one is more true?
When they lose. Like when
are
they
are
lose,
they more of the team that loses than the team that wins?
at the end of all this, like when you get to the moment, like when you're in the ALCS.
Yeah.
The Mariners series last year was a perfect picture of what the Tigers are. A perfect picture of it. And it didn't change. Like they got another pitcher that, obviously is very, 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 very good. But in the end, you know what the problems are. And they're not changing. You can get upset about it all you want. This is what your flaws are, your flaws. And like Alex, you say, well, then you work on your flaws. How? By doing what? How?
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, and like I said, I could just be being very overcritical of the team. I keep telling myself, it's still early. Like you said, we're 10% of the season, way through the season, and I do think that things will get better with this team. It's one of those things of just developing habits. I've noticed in a couple of games, just that it seems like we when it comes to pitching, we're walking too much, and we're setting ourselves up for disaster in a couple of situations, and I don't want that. I'm not going to say it's going to become a habit, but I don't want that to become a habit. And if that is a flaw, that's an easy fix. Like just change your strategy. Like that's what I mean. Like with a flawed strategy, you just change the strategy.
Right, but it's again like it's what they are, man. The only way that you can change that is through the personnel. Mm-hmm. Like that's it. And like, look, we said it, man. Like props to Chris Ilitch. Like went and cut the check for Valdez. Props. Mm-hmm. And surely it helped the team. 100% it helped the team. It's just like look, the Torque thing is back, and this is what Torque's always been.
Yeah.
Like we've had this discussion.
He hasn't been this bad. He's hitting under 100. Like it hasn't always been this. He has been awful. He has been one of your worst players all year, and you need him to be good.
The ebb and the flow of
there's
Torque
no
has
flow.
been
It's just been all ebbs so far this season, and it's tough for him. And the walk rate, I'm not really over hyping that. Like they're middle of the pack when it comes to walking as a staff. Jack just had a bad day, and it was away from him, so he needs to tighten it up a little bit. But Torkelson is an actual problem. That is one of your right-handed bats. You expected him to be your power guy. You expected him to do what he's done and hit 30 home runs and be a guy in the middle of the lineup. And right now you are debating whether you should DFA him or trade him because he doesn't have any options left. So you can't send him down to AAA. You just got to get him off the roster if you don't want him here.
Right. And you will literally get nothing in a trade, right?
No.
Why would you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're going to DFA him, why would anybody give you something for him?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the point. Like, where are you at with Torque, D-Mac?
It's getting thinner and thinner, but it's like is he proving that this is what he is? You know what I'm saying? You got to be losing hope. You got to be happy that Colt Keith is doing something, Dylan Dingler is doing something and stuff like this. But I mean, how much rope? Like, put it this way: if say for example, Kerry Carpenter did get moved to first base or whatever for that experiment, okay. You know what I'm not saying that they would do it or they wanted to try somebody else there. I don't think he's locked in that's his position. If you further and further down the order, this guy's supposed to be hitting fourth for you, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was 1-1.
And where's he hitting? Like, thank goodness other guys, like you, it's balance. What you're not getting from the guys you expected, you're getting from guys that you were hoping would step up, right? And then I'm talking about Cole Keith and Dylan Dingler. Now, is the reality, does Keith keep on the pace he is or elevate to some sort of level where you say, okay, he's figuring it out? Still to be said. I think Dingler's more of what you see now as he's coming into his own. But, I mean, Torque's getting left behind. Am I missing something, or is it like it's always, what is this, year 5?
It is.
Torch Rasmussen.
Well,
right?
Yeah. But even worse because he was the first overall pick.
Well, then that's why you understand why he's getting so much tread. If somebody wasn't a Tiger fan and said, "Why is this guy at first base getting so much tread?"
You still have 2 arbitration years left of him. Like,
So
He's still
they're,
in
I
control.
guess what they're telling you is they're gonna like run it out and let him try to figure it out.
Yeah, it's.
I
Just,
mean, if he does, right? If he ever did, you got to think that the 1-1 stuff, the power and everything else. Have you seen signs like we were talking last week? Signs of his on base percentage getting better.
yes.
I mean, do you still see signs at the little things? Because remember we were talking about that. It's like some of the big things that the star guys aren't doing, but they're doing some little things. Right?
He can't hit a fastball consistently.
I get
it's
it.
Crazy.
Do you see that changing?
No.
Okay.
I don't. It's been.
I was gonna say
You
that's
need-
Yeah.
like that has been him.
Yeah,
like
he
throughout
can't
throughout
catch
his
up to a
career.
fastball consistently at the MLB level. And there have been, he gets hot and he's hitting them and he hits, however many home runs in a crazy stretch. But he has not consistently been able to hit a fastball so far in his MLB career. And if you can't do that, you're not going
What
to
do
be.
we-
Here's the
talking about?
elephant in the room, right? If you're going to be successful or have any inkling of winning anything in this league, you have to have a productive first baseman. Productive, right? His glove can be a little bit wonky if you want, but he's got to give you 30 and over 100, like whatever. Go look down the
Which
list.
he's done 2 of the last 3 years. That's why it's wild. Like the torque thing
So,
is wild.
so is it, does he just need to heat up? Is it like we got to get out
That's
of
gotta
April?
get warm.
We got to get out of April. Is it does he need to get on the road?
Yeah.
Too much? Like, well, I don't know. But again, I'm saying to be successful in the teams that win, I would like more production out of him. And because Spenny said it, he's a 1-1. He's not supposed to be like, yes, 30 and 100 is good, but not for a 1-1 that's supposed to be 40 and 120.
Yeah.
Is that fair? When you draft a guy 1-1 that with coming out with the credentials that he had and looking at the way that he was sort of elevating and what he was supposed to be, this isn't it.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Shad 216. Can we talk about the regionals Yu-Gi-Oh Championship tournament in Lansing this Saturday?
Shout out.
What's he? Oh, is that basketball or?
It's a card game.
Yu-Gi-Oh the card
oh.
It's a
game.
card game. Was a cartoon. Very fire cartoon. Too.
I would say you really have to look for a repeat performance for Memento. He won outright once. He was in the top 2. He had a top 4. He had 2 top 8s. I mean, really pound for pound, Memento, they were the best out there in last year's tournament. So we'll see what happens this year.
Dude, Neal knows cards, man.
Does that qualify?
Neal
We
Neal
talked
knows
about it,
cards.
right? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
That's fair. That guy, Matt, let's talk about Neal going to Planet Fitness 24/7 as a topic next. I don't go as much in the summer because I do like to run outside. I like to get in the hills and stuff like that. I like the humidity.
Shout out.
Spencer calls me a sicko, but I do. I do like it.
Running's good for the mind.
Royale's official music. People still play Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. I'll trust you on that one, man. Yes. PCB Lion. Maybe if we convince Neal that Torque was a true punk, he would have his back. Neal loves punks. Why? What punks do I love?
CM?
No, I think CM Punk's overrated.
There you go. So you don't like
Yeah.
punk.
Hot take.
So I don't get what you mean with that, PCB Lion. What? Crazy Clown. This Tiger team can't do anything wrong because of what Dave D's team did to me. What's that? Like,
Dave Dombrowski's team did to him, not
Like made a
winning,
couple World
not
Series?
finishing it
Yeah.
off.
right. Like, you get to the World Series, then it's on the players.
Yeah.
Like, it just is. Hurricane, everybody flipping out about the Pistons, but 2/3 of the home teams lost yesterday. Right, Hurricane? Like, that made me laugh too, But we'll get into the Pistons a little more. Certainly, we'll do it a lot tomorrow. I'm rolling out to the game tomorrow, so I'll get this thing flushed out. Like we were talking about that yesterday. RJ Graham, bat guru for Torque. I would hate to see him go, but let's get this team right. He still got, like, they're not going to DFA him.
No,
Like,
I don't. I think they're gonna try to let it ride out and see if he gets better. I think the problem is that we knew that the problem was our right-handed bat. We needed a good right-handed bat in the offseason. And some people thought that Torque was going to be our guy to make sure that we were okay. And this year, I think he really needed to step up this year, and he just did it. If that makes sense, like you were talking ebb and flow. We're in a consistent ebb. We really need that flow.
Sparky roll, boys. 40 game mark.
40 game mark.
40 game mark, so he's halfway there. So reevaluation. But again, doesn't it tell you that they're trying to let him hit his way out of it? Like they keep
what other choice do you have?
He just needs to hit his way out of it.
Well, it's pretty tough when, like, usually it's the curve. It's not the fastball. It's the off speed that guys struggle with, and if you struggle
it is
with
kind of
that
weird.
It's
And
sort
like
of
Spenny
opposite.
said too, like he gets these stretches where he hits 6 home runs in 2 weeks. You're like, okay, he's back. Like it's fixed. You know, and he has that little short stroke, and he pops at 395 and into left center field, and he does it like 4 times in a week. And you're like, okay, he's back. Like it's wild, like every other year.
It's really bipolar, right?
He sells like 4 jerseys, and then everybody's selling them.
Yeah, right, exactly. He needs to have his run so he can sell the alt jerseys.
Yeah.
You know, it's odd year torque, man. 2023, 31 and 94. 2025, 31 and 78. But then even year torque in 2024, he had 10 home runs. Maybe, and he's on pace for 0 right now. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe he's like the Olympics, dude. He's got to be on an even or odd year. I don't know. I got nothing else for you. I know this. They're not going to do anything. Like
No.
they're not going to trade him. As you said, they can't send him down.
And they're not going to get anything for him, so yeah, you're definitely not going to trade him.
Woodward Sports chat thread. God hates cowards. Torque needs to be a bench player and a late game pinch hitter if he can't be traded or sent down. Like
Why would they pinch hit him? He can't hit the ball.
yeah. Like I know what they were trying to do yesterday because they needed a 3-run home run or whatever. Like and they were down to the end and you know close your eyes and swing.
Yeah, but Torque's your guy.
You can't keep running him out as an everyday player. Chris Blackburn. Neal has said from day one either Green or Torque, one of them will not work out. And like, look, that wasn't like an indictment on either one of them individually. It just seems to be how things go, right? Like Sean always talks about this, where he says we're convinced that these prospects that we read about, like they're all just hit, and that it's not the case, man. Like it's certainly not the case in baseball. All right, let's talk about pure psychiatry.
Let me tell you about Pure Psychiatry. Listen, you are not alone, and neither is your mental health journey. If you're looking to take that first step, make sure you visit Pure Psychiatry. They've got 16 locations in Michigan and 2 in Ohio. They make starting your mental health journey very easy and uncomplicated. They deal with things like PTSD, anxiety, counseling, and much more. So visit them at purepsychmi.com. D-Mac, what about Thrive?
What about Thrive? Most people think energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid, but you know, I know better. It's time to upgrade your game with Thrive energy pouches. This isn't your daddy's dip. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean, smart caffeine, including alpha GPC and L-theanine. No jitters, no sugary crash, and 0 bloating. Grab wintergreen, peach, peppermint, or cinnamon today. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit dipstop.com. Use promo code WSM for 15% off your entire order. Thrive, clean energy, 0 distraction. They just effing work.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
New rule here for Art and Jake's. There's regular sports bars, and there's Art and Jake's. Nobody else even comes close on a game day. 80 wall-to-wall TVs, over 22 draft beers on tap, and a great menu, elite menu. Anything you want is on that menu, whatever you're feeling like. It's not just some place, hey, what sauce you want on your wings? Look at these projection screens. It's the most elite sports bar setup in the game today. Scan the QR code on the screen, download the Art and Jake's mobile app, and join the Art and Jake's fan club. Follow them on all their socials at Art and Jake's and find a location near you. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting, a fine dining flavor. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Generational Alex, KG is out today. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Shad216 in the super chat. Memento fell off when Dracotale and Mitsu released a few months back. I like my chances with Hero Darklaw Turbo to neutralize my ops graveyard. Yeah, but like you always end up coming back to Memento, don't you? Like really, like we always hear about like the new thing. And then when it all boils down to it, you get down to the regionals, there's the old Memento deck, just like it always was. Same as it ever was, Shad.
I don't know. I think he's got a point because a lot of the pendulum effects and stack summons you can use now play off of your graveyard effects. So if you can find a way to neutralize your opponent's graveyard, it'll really help you in the long run.
I know, but we always say this about all the new decks that come out, Spenny. And in the end, who's still standing usually?
Yeah, normally. I'm more of a spell counter and pendulum deck kind of guy. I've got a lot of different setups with my spellcaster deck, and that's been really cool and really fun to use. Also, the Rocket Link summons is something really cool. If you could find a different way to involve a chain of your Rocket Links with your hand traps, it really has your opponent like not able to do anything for a long time. You can even play off of their moves.
But you got to have a lot of stuff go right for that, though.
It's true. It depends on your first draw. That definitely sets up a lot of things. And with a lot of the new decks, your first draw is imperative. And so you could set up different card rituals of how to sacrifice or burn your first hand.
Burn it
and
down.
Sets it up to what you want to do eventually.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Jay Ratliff. WTF is going on? Flair vs. Savage. WTF are y'all talking about? You know what's funny about that, guys? I don't know. Like, I just had a conversation about it. I don't know.
Shout out.
Just reading stuff off the screen, you know?
I have no idea, guys.
Damn, I was putting down all Spenny's tips. I didn't even hear know that.
I trust Spenny when it comes to card games over Neal. No offense.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Number one.
I didn't know what I was talking
eliminate
about.
the nightmare.
Yeah.
Eliminate the nightmare.
But that's why you're the golden voice, man.
Yeah, I guess so. Big Con 51. I feel like I'm having a Sam Flannel meltdown in my brain right now. Maybe you are. I don't know. But I guess I don't even know that we really got anything settled in the Tigers discussion there. Like we can be upset, but they're not doing it. They're not DFAing to work.
They are what they are. This is what they brought until you see them being for like Max Clark coming up or whatever like this. It's going to be a constant musical chairs, right? For some players in some situations, stuff like this. Thing you have to lean back on. Do we not still think from what we've seen that we do have the arms to go on runs, right? We have the pitching to go on runs and put streaks together, but it's a consistency. Like you have that in the like. I'd rather be looking and seeing what you have now. You mentioned that there are guys that you're going to be. Why is this guy here? Right? You brought up Drew Anderson or whatever, but when you have Vest and Jansen in the back of the bullpen, I mean Holton, where you at with like these guys are what they are. Are they not?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like you're gonna have games like you did the other day, but you know the one thing is that with McGonigal, with the way Keith is, Dingler, stuff like that, like. I'm hoping Torque gets going. Hope Riley sets off, but then you're off and running. And it's a good thing you're in this division that you know what your other teams you're against. They're not going to go. Is anybody in this division going to get a 15-game lead on you?
No.
It just comes down to if you take care of yourself.
Yeah, and it's that too, D-Mac. Because it's not a coincidence, right? We're talking about they've won 8 of 10.
Here's the thing. Win series, right? And if there's 4-game series, like split or win the series, and the game you lose might just look ugly.
Yeah.
Right? And the game and one of the games you win might just look ugly.
8 out of your 10 losses are all going to look the same, man.
Yeah.
Like
this
just
the way it
are.
is. If the you said about walks, Alex, or whatever like this, if they're not finding the plate, well, go back. Revisionist history, you're probably going to look like one of these 3 games, right? Like, or whatever, sort of what you're going to get yourself into. What I like now, though, and I found myself is like, I don't I don't mail in Colt Keith at bats with people or even Dylan Dingler. Because what I like, too, is even when they're not successful, they're putting the ball in play and they're hitting it hard. So they're figuring something out. And maybe that one of those, and it'd be Dingler more than anything, just keeps elevating himself as that bat, right? He's never going to be a Cal Riley. Yeah. Right, but defensively, he's the best at his job. But he can be that really productive guy. What do you look at for Dingler? Like he could be a 25 home run guy.
Oh, 100%.
Right,
30.
and could be could be more than that. The more he settles in, I just see him becoming more comfortable because that really is where the weapon is. And we're always asking for right-handed hitter, right? Hopefully that a few of them are coming from inside, but. You're always going to there's always going to be a torque.
I've been waiting for. I'm glad you brought him up. I've been waiting for our Dylan Dingler, like the Tigers version of Dylan Dingler, where I don't think people recognize what he is even like the unicorn as a catcher, and like spending
winning the what did he win last year?
Glove.
The gold, like winning, like solid. That's why it was always like. Defensively, and coming, we've had some great catches. You've had Pudge here, my guy Lance Parrish, and different guys like that over the years. But like solidifying this position as this homegrown guy that starts with defense, but actually has offense,
and a lot of off. Like his OPS is over 900 right now. It's pushing 950.
Dude, he's hitting the ball hard. He almost killed a third baseman the other day on his RBI.
And he's what I've been waiting for forever. And the reason I say that, Spenny, our guys here, right? Carey, Colt Keith to some degree. People talk about the way Riley looks. Like there's always some deformity to them, right? To their game. You know what I mean? Like there's a deformity to their game, right?
For sure.
Dingler is with all apologies to Lex Luger, he's the total package.
Yeah, he is.
And that his numbers, if he hits 30 home runs and plays Gold Glove catcher, do you think people here understand what that means? Do you think the fans?
I don't think so.
No, this is
those
unicorn
don't come around
shit.
very often.
Yeah, this is unicorn shit. What he is.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the streets to know that I've been kind of dancing around it a little bit. Like I'm planting the flag, man.
Neal's a Dingler guy.
Dylan Dingler is the unicorn that we haven't had here forever. Forever.
I would say it's McGonigal. He is more of the unicorn because he's like the superstar piece. But Dingler, you don't get catchers that can slug the way he has been so far this year.
If he's putting up 30 home runs and a 950 to 1,000 OPS and winning a Gold Glove as a catcher,
yeah.
His foundation is defense and his arm and his glove and catch, right? The rest of it, that's the whole thing, right? And you're right as far as unicorn, but look at what we're talking about. We're talking about the up the middle guys that are your guys.
Shot 216. Shout out to Woodward Yu-Gi-Oh. Spenny, you in?
Oh, I'm down.
I'm more of a Magic the Gathering guy.
Never got into Magic.
I actually played the Mandalorian one, the Star Wars one.
Shout out.
It was cool. My boy Josh.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Mary in the chat. I draw the line at MTG being a Woodward Sports topic. Respectfully, there are too many sports nerds here that this show would run right off the rails with no hope of return. Mary, your opinion is noted and it's valued, and it will be used. Okay, that is where I draw the line too, Mary. Don't worry. Shad's a veteran listener of the show, and he brought it up, and Spenny has some game to it, and you guys know I was breaking it down.
Oh yeah,
I knew what was going on, so there it was. But yeah, God hates cowards. I do. He was my first option at catcher in my fantasy draft. He's Will Smith like. Detroit Dabber. I don't know, Neal. Torque looks generational to me. Well, that depends. All right, let's talk.
The silence was loud there.
'Twas, especially on your end.
I have nothing more to say about it.
How could you?
I've hit my 9 comments.
Yep, absolutely. You've crossed 9 shows.
I've crossed that line.
All right, let's talk about Loom.
Yes, let me tell you about Loom, because we got something special coming up for you guys very soon. We are going to be heading to New Buffalo to celebrate Loom's grand opening of their newest location on Saturday and Sunday, May 2nd and 3rd. We're talking 30% off the entire store, 200 free goodie bags for the first 200 customers, and a chance to win a PS5, Xbox S, or a big screen TV 3 times daily. Come out to see Braylon Edwards and the Heavyweights live on Saturday at 4 p.m. Then catch the Heavyweights again as they announce the winner of a $5,000 weekend getaway for two to Tulum, Mexico, sponsored by S'morehouse. On Sunday at 5 p.m., live on Woodward Sports. Be at the grand opening event to enter. There will be cornhole, top brands on site, and massive deals all weekend long. Don't miss out. We'll see you at Loom Cannabis in New Buffalo, May 2nd and May 3rd.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Neal Ruhl here for Buddy's Pizza, everybody. That is right. And look, like the veggie collection's going on, and it's awesome. And Spencer and I talk about it. Like, unpopular take. I prefer veggies on my pizza to meat.
Agreed.
Some people aren't like that, but Spenny and I are. But here's the real deal, though, everybody. Monday, April 27th, next Monday, as a matter of fact, Buddy's Pizza will be hosting their 50th annual Slice for Life fundraiser. When you dine in or carry out at any Buddy's location next Monday, April 27th, 20% of the sales will be donated directly to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. Buddy's has raised over $4 million for this amazing cause since 1976. And you guys know the Capuchin Soup Kitchen, man, they're feeding people that can't eat. Like, think about it. Our lives are not normal, everyone. Like, there are people out there struggling for food, and Buddy's Pizza certainly does their part. You can help out next Monday, April 27th. You can order from their limited time veggie collection all month long, and they'll donate $1 for every item sold. Enjoy a great meal, support a great cause with Buddy's on Monday, April 27th. I'll have to roll out. I will roll
50 years, sure. Man. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
$4 million.
$4 million, man,
awesome.
for people to eat.
Shout out
the Capuchins.
Back at it, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Spencer Yu-Gi-Oh here in the booth as well. Is this your collection?
This is, yeah, that's the deck I use. It's a spell counter pendulum deck. It's very good.
That last one you put up there was the Dylan Dingler of cards,
It
right?
really is. This is the one that brings it all together. It's the magical citadel of Edminion. You can't run anything without it. That's how you stock all of your spell counters, which helps you do everything else throughout it. And you can use that and then Edminion's Lab to really get a spell counter train going, and that helps you unlock the rest of the deck.
Wow, knowledge is power.
When's the last time you spun the Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Me and my boys got back into it during COVID, and we were playing it for a while because there wasn't much to do.
Yeah.
But after that, we haven't really picked them up. It's been about, I would say, a year and a half since I had a good duel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you stay locked in.
Yeah, I mean, I got them in my house.
You don't got to get ready if you stay ready.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, I had very annoying decks. All my friends hated me because the Rocket Link deck is also pretty nasty, where you can set up and a lot of their tribute effects cancel out effects that your opponents try to do.
Matt Broder chiming in. Nice effort for Michigan baseball against Oakland, by the way, Broder. Anyway, that's a great guy to plant a flag for. His catching skill at the bottom of the zone is going to help Frommer immensely, and Flaherty and Mize if they want to buy in and stop elevating fastballs. He's an elite challenger, too.
Yeah.
Elite.
He's a good player, all-around player. Just I'm a Dingler guy.
Big Con 51. This has always been interesting to me. I've always wanted to ask a catcher why they aren't the best hitters. They see pitches all day long. But it's at a different angle, though, I would imagine.
And you're not thinking about. I feel like the timing is different, right? You're thinking about the timing of catching the ball versus the timing of hitting the ball.
Right. I would agree with that. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jeremy Kruger. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was 5.
Shout out.
Dexter James. So much love for Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the early half of the 2000s. Who knew, man?
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's goated.
We're about to get like 10 subscribers.
Yep. That's what it's all about.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Nitty gritty. Spenny going to find him a nerdy wife at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament.
Hey, you never know.
nerdy goth wife coming for Spenny.
Yep, 100%. Bryce Underwood lives rent-free in Neal's head.
Guys, don't stop setting him up.
I would say
stop
it's
setting
more.
him up.
I would say it's more in your head because I'm not the one denying reality. You guys keep telling me can be and could be. I'm telling you what is. Is that fair, Alex?
That's fair.
Is that
That's
fair?
fair. That's fair. Like I said,
That's it.
I learned that on like my 4th or 5th show.
Okay, there you go. Halfway through.
Halfway through, I was like, I'm
Bryce's
never winning this
touchdown
fight.
pass.
Like D-Mac said, gotta fall back, gotta regroup.
Come on out of the ring, kid. Roll out for a minute.
Gotta powder out for a minute.
Walk around, powder out. Come on. Regroup.
Spenny, I want to put you on the spot about the Pistons.
You want to talk about Borisov Dragon? No? All right, never mind. Sorry.
JB Borisov Dragon?
That's
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms.
Cards OP.
What adjustments does JB Bickerstaff have to do? Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms only.
I think JB Bickerstaff needs to execute more hand traps because he has the pieces on his bench. He's just not executing them correctly. I think to set up his long-term runs and to set up his long-term moves, he needs to use his traps and spells more effectively. And so we'll see what happens going forward. But I just think that I think you need to tighten up the rotation a little bit more. I think using, more building blocks of your deck like Isaiah Stewart, who has gotten you there on Paulo Banchero, will be more effective.
This is crazy in the chat. I just said Pistons. Jalen Duren's the Riley Green of the Pistons now.
He had a really bad game.
He had a rough game. Calm down. We got it.
Okay.
Calm down.
Guys, it's a series.
Donovan Strong in the
Thank you.
super chat. Is Duren really a max player?
JB needs to work on his card links. That's all I'm saying.
Real cream of wheat. If Duren doesn't show up in the next game, he's not a max player. Willow Webb, Duren ass, no defense, too late. What are we talking about here, Spenny?
This guy who was our rock throughout the regular season. One bad game. Throw him out. I hate this city.
I mean, isn't it a case that does this team not deserve the benefit of the doubt that was a one-off? For whatever reason it was, first play, whatever like this. But this team, do you not look at them, and we're talking about locker room or culture, whether it's JB down, that they... these are sometimes are blessings in disguise. You don't want to go down 2-0, but you got to tighten up, and it's just something that, I don't understand why everybody's got the panic button. You're going to do this every time you lose in the playoffs?
And Shad makes a really good point. He's got to cut down his deck from 50 cards to 43 cards. You're allowed 50 cards, and everybody thinks you want to have the best possible cards, as many as you can. But that hampers you from getting to the cards you really want. You want to get rid of the filler, and you want to make sure that you can get into your sets and exactly what you want to do with fluidity. So having fewer cards actually helps most of the time, and you're never really going to run out. How often do you actually run out of cards?
Danny G, people hate Duren because they don't understand basketball. So here's the thing. We're real cream of wheat. Max players show up in big-time games. All right, guys, I know a lot's changed. For the Pistons. It's been a long time. Spenny, what did the Magic do defensively? Repeatedly, over and over again.
Clog the paint.
Where does Duren get the ball?
In the paint.
So would it be easier or more difficult for Duren to get the ball?
Yeah, it would be probably more difficult.
Okay. So does it stand to reason how you could understand how he could have a game where he got 5 shot attempts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this game coming up tomorrow is critical, and obviously it's critical. So, Spenny, this plays in nicely, though, where I was going with this. Spenny Bickerstaff.
Yes.
What's the move tomorrow?
For me, I would say Stewart should get starter minutes. Maybe you don't start him instead of Tobias, but I think he should be getting a majority of the workload to put that defense on Paulo, and that frees up Cade to do what he wants. Then you can put Asar on Franz. I think you're not going to beat this team by having an offensive, masterclass. That's not what you are. It's not who you are. I think you need to lock in on defense and slowing them down. You can't allow these free runs to the paint.
I'm with you.
And then I would say get Jalen Duren more active on the perimeter, get him the ball at the top of the key, allow him to execute some of those screens. So we know that he's been very good at decision-making at the top of the key. So maybe get him the ball in some high screen action and see what he can do from there.
Which I don't hate any of that. I don't. For me, and I wanted to get the exact numbers because, people get very, very granular about stuff, especially like when they don't necessarily get like the total concept of what's being discussed. But for me, and this is very simple. I need more than 26 minutes out of Duncan Robinson. And what happened to Duncan Robinson?
Fouls.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the only way that you're going to crack this code, because if I'm Orlando, do I really change anything I did?
They're going to come out with the same game plan.
That's how I would do it.
Until you can, they're ready for adjustments, but until the Pistons can adjust. And look at Orlando; they played with the lead for the game, right? That is the unpiston like, and it was more. Whether it's pressure or panic or getting into these different positions, they got to control. The bottom line is that when the Pistons are controlling the pace and controlling everything else. But I would believe, Neal, until it's broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I'm not changing it. Like, you got to shoot your way out of this for me, because Duren's not getting the ball. And,
they're this series is locked down with the bigs that Orlando has, that you guys have all said before is why you didn't like this matchup, right? Because of the big. But now we got to go to the shooters, and then this is the ebbs and flows of what playoff basketball is in the series. So it's like inside the game, you lost the little war, the game one. You got to come back and figure out a way to even this series on a home court, but with them doing that way. That's why, like I said, with this team having the tape, this is how they're going to play us. How are we going to adjust? What are we going to do? You're going to look to probably get Duncan Robinson hot earlier. If Cade's feeling it, you'll be seeing him launching threes and stuff like this. The one thing that I do know, and I give this team credit, is Cade Cunningham, their leader, will be better, and everybody else will follow him.
And he still played good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But everybody around him, can we not give Orlando credit for sort of like, didn't Detroit look more like surprised or sort of a little bit flustered more than anything? Like, give Orlando credit. They came in and played that game one road game that you're going to punch the other team in the mouth if you're going to get ahead of them.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Gumby. Tobias needs to take a lower contract and backseat next season. Bring in MPJ. He's under contract to the Nets.
And Tobias also, again, gets frustrating.
Mary, Neal, I'm counting on you to keep the show on track. It's getting shaky with every car game reference.
Shout out my mom.
It's a high wire to walk. I will say that, Mary. And sometimes you're going to veer. You just are. Trust me. I got this. Sometimes there'll be two wheels on the road. Most of the time there'll be four. Trust me, I'll get it, man. Dirty Dr. D. Shouldn't Ron be getting more minutes compared to Red Velvet? Way different level of defender. Right, but Dirty Dr. D, like with Ron Holland, this is about as bad of a matchup as there is for Ron Holland. The size that Orlando has. It's tough because, and Spenny, we saw this when Ron came into the game. Like, he got bodied up a little bit, especially on the defensive end. Yeah. Like, they did big boy shit, man.
You saw it with Jenkins, too.
Yeah, they 100% did big boy. This is different. Like, this whole, Spenny, am I making sense here? Like, this matchup, because this is the matchup they got. They're playing Orlando. This matchup is going to run very much differently than what the rest of the playoffs would look like.
Absolutely. Like you said it before, they have a front court that is on par, if not better than yours.
The Pistons front court.
And you don't have a lot of teams in the NBA that could say that. So that's why you've struggled with the Cavs as well this season, because the Cavs have a very dangerous front court. So maybe you cut down the guard rotation, like you said. You give Paul some minutes in there and have him rotate in and structure that front court differently. But we'll see what happens. All I know is if Dennis Jenkins is shooting the ball the way he is in that first game, there's no reason Asar Thompson shouldn't be on the court.
Bingo.
Agreed.
And that's it. And Asar's got to be out there because he's got to guard Wagner. Like that's my not an NBA coach guy who watches the ball every single game he sat at for almost 1,000 games.
Guy who knows ball.
Yeah, that's I'm not pretending to be like a coach. It's just for me, like my way too simple explanation is I can't have Cade on Wagner. And it's not because Cade can't defend. It's because I don't want that workload on him too.
Yeah.
For real. Like it's just as simple as
makes
that.
Sense.
And I want Cade defending guards.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. So that was our first look at it.
There's no reason to panic. A lot of people are hitting the panic button.
No, look, I'll meet you halfway. You lose tomorrow, then it's time to panic.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I saw people who were like, even if they win this series, even if they go 5-1 now, how are they going to beat Cleveland if they play like this? And I'm like, we're coming off a week of not playing, going against a team with all the momentum. They just won the play-in tournament. They just beat Charlotte, which I didn't have on my bingo card. I thought for sure we were going against Charlotte. I think the Pistons
and then the Magic outscored them
in
in the paint like 48-12 in that game or whatever it was.
And I think the Pistons were ready for Charlotte, and they had to switch everything up. And we came out a little bit flat. It's not like we got blown out. Like we didn't get blown out by 20, right? It was still a close game. We were just on the chase. We make a couple adjustments. We get Darren, in action. Kevin Huerter did good. There's some things that we did good. There's just some things we got to fix. You got to stop them from getting offensive rebounds. That's the name of the game nowadays, is the team that has more offensive rebounds is probably the team that's going to score the most.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Willow Webb, they played us like San Antonio and bully balled our soft ass. See, I would say we did that to Wemby.
Yeah.
We bullied Wemby. Like, tell the whole story, Willow.
How dare you call us soft right now also. We're not soft. That's kind of my thing.
They played soft in that first game.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I would say more panicked than soft.
D-Mac, I will say this.
I was embarrassed by their play in the paint and defensively. I think they got bullied on both sides of the paint. They played completely soft. If you have 20-point differential in the paint, you're playing soft.
Yeah, but be prepared because Orlando ain't going away with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like they're not. Like you got to get comfortable. D-Mac, I will say this, and I saved this one for you before we go to the break here. Game 2 is going to be your game, D-Mac.
Hell yeah.
Because there will not be 58 free throws or whatever. Game 2, and I told you guys this. You weave your way through how games are called in a series. We saw it last year with the Knicks game. Game 2 will be the false count everywhere steel chair match.
Nice.
They are going to let them go. I have that feeling on Wednesday they're going to let them go.
Now, to Spenny's point or whatever like that, you got punched in the mouth. Sometimes you get punched in the mouth, didn't get your hands up, didn't take your opponent as serious or what it is, but they're going to come out and fight too. So are you ready to fight back? And then if that's the way that the game goes, to Spenny's point, who do you want on the court more is your enforcer. So look to see Isaiah. So this, as Spenny said, he wants Isaiah Stewart on the floor more, and Neal just told me, it sets up to be an Isaiah Stewart type of game.
It sets up to be that officiated.
So this is right, officiated that way. It's trending that way. So
I bet you'll see 30-ish free throws, give or take, unless there's like a situation at the game where you're fouling and try to stay alive. I bet through like the first 55 minutes of the game, you'll see 30-ish free throws.
Yeah,
it's going to be a war, dude. A street fight. That's just the way it sets up. Shad 216 Super Chat. What's funny is the Dr. D is a spell card for Destiny Hero.
Yeah, the Destiny Hero deck is a good one to build for sure. There's a lot of different things you could do out of that, and when you get into the different summons that you can build off of the Destiny Hero deck, it's very good. It does take a lot of money to set up, but there's a couple real good Synchro Destiny Heroes that kind of bridged the gap from that being earlier Yu-Gi-Oh! To make it more effective in the modern game.
Shad 216 also in the Super Chat. Top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Card art. No.
Shout out.
That is where I seize control back, Mary. See, there you go. Like, he tried. Tev Sauce. Neal, do you think Bryce meant he is generationally bad? Maybe this has all been a big misunderstanding. He tried to tell you. It's Tev Sauce in the Super Chat. Tev Sauce, why is he in your head rent-free? All right, when we come back, rest in peace, man. Brought to you by Art and Jakes. Gold Crown.
Pause the takes for a second because Gold Crown just dropped something that is absolutely unfair. The Royal Junior Jesters, 5 pre-rolls, 3.5 grams total, coated in keef, live resin, THCA infused. Zarcher Graham has hit it twice in Hope pre-rolls. These are why am I so locked into the game right now. Pre-rolls. Get one for tonight. You'll be locked in. Perfect for the game day, celebrating wins, or whether your team's down bad. No rolling, no prep, just light it. Michigan made, premium quality. Next time you're at the dispo, ask for Royal Junior Jesters, because if you're going to smoke like royalty.
What about Lady Jane's?
What about Lady Jane's? Walking any Lady Jane's haircuts for men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy a haircut, scalp massage, hot lather, neck shave, hot towel treatment from one of the talented stylists. Take advantage of the $20 haircut special. Just scan the QR code. Get your coupon today. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Shout out to Mad Packs. They are going to be our vessel of getting to Loom in New Buffalo. They've got an RV that we're going to be driving out there in. We're going to be smoking the whole time. We're going to be vlogging the whole time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout
Give me
out
a
to
Yu-Gi-Oh
people
term.
and Mad Packs. It's going to be a great time. Make sure you smash that like button for them. Go to getmadpacks.com to find a store near you carrying the best product in the game. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Packs. And what about Supreme Lending?
You guys already know this, right? Buying, refinancing a home, pretty big decision. You want to talk to somebody that's an expert. You want to talk to somebody that can explain what your options are, what programs are available to you, and all that in like a regular, easy way to understand it. That's where Chad and Chris step in with Supreme Lending. We talk to Chad every other week here. We'll be talking to him tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Regular sports fan like the rest of us. So again, give them a call. The numbers are on the screen. And I talk about this. Yeah, you want to give them a call if you're looking for a house, you're looking for a mortgage right now, like immediately. If you mention Woodward Sports, you'll save up to $500 off of your appraisal. A couple of you have done that already. But even if you're not actively looking, say you might be actively looking soon, give them a call and see where you stand, man. Like, they're cool guys to talk to. Trust me on that. Supreme Lending. Talk to Chad and Chris today. All right, we're back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Generational Alex here as well. Blimpy brings out a good point, too. Orlando's not great at home, mind you. And Blimpy, that's my point. Like, the Pistons are a very good road team. Very good. Like, I'm not as concerned about them winning on the road. They've done it in the playoffs.
I just don't want to be 0-2.
No doubt. Yeah, because then you got to win 4 or 5. Like, and 3 of those are on the road. Like, you don't want to put yourself in that spot. But no, there's no reason. Like, Orlando made their move, and they came out, and it was very good. A very good game plan. That worked very, very well. So what's your response to it? No doubt. Okay, it is time. Woodward Sports, you guys know what we do on Tuesday. Art and Jakes brings you Rest in Peace. You put somebody in the sports world in the coffin, and that's exactly where it is. Spencer Raxter typically bats lead off. You ready to go, Spenny?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Who you putting in the coffin?
I mean, it's early, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Oh, no.
Rest in peace to the Mets, dude. Like, Jesus. How? At least we aren't the Mets. You know, they have a $400 million payroll. They've lost 11 straight games. They are just an absolute dumpster fire. It seems like all of Juan Soto's powers have left him since he entered the New York Mets organization. It's just whatever they do, no matter what they do, it seems like they're always going to be the Mets. And I feel bad for Maz. I feel bad for Mets fans everywhere. But, you know, you guys suck, man. I don't know if it's like it's got to be ownership at this point. But can you even blame ownership? Because they're paying for the premium. They're paying for the guys. They're bringing in high-quality players.
Second highest payroll in baseball.
Yeah, they are just awful. So rest in peace to the Mets. We hardly knew you.
You know what, Spenny? Could it be this too? And, like, look, he's your guy, and I opine for him too. Is Bo Bichette just like a regular dude?
I don't think so. I think he's proven throughout his career that he's more than a regular dude. I just think anybody who goes to the Mets dies.
All right, fair enough.
Because like Juan Soto looks like a regular dude on the Mets, and he is definitely
he's on the IL right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. Well, when he played, he was good.
But he wasn't even like Juan Soto good when he was playing. He was like regular guy good.
Rock solid, man. Hey, if you want to slander the Mets, man, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I am.
It's kind of low-hanging fruit, but like I mean,
they slander themselves.
At some point, you got to say it.
Yeah,
and like, look, their hat's dope. I like their stadium.
Yep.
I went there a couple years ago. It was fun. Like, I had a good time there. But I'm with you, man. It's weird too, like how cheap their tickets are. Like, it's the Mets, dude. And
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They need George Costanza in there.
They do.
$3 a ticket and a hot dog.
Yeah,
just to get you in the stadium.
Absolutely. All right, generational Alex. Who you putting in the sports coffin?
Yeah, so this one's very near and dear to my heart. I'm going to put WWE fans in the coffin.
Really?
Because they're going to have to get used to this.
What's that, an inferior WrestleMania?
So it is about WrestleMania. What it is about the commercials of WrestleMania. Unfortunately, as much as we would love there to be less commercials, and we would love a TKO, ESPN, WWE deal to do better for longer matches, it's not going to happen. There's too much money in advertising nowadays, so WWE fans, just buckle up. This is how it's going to be. The best thing we can do is enjoy the product and enjoy what they're giving us, because they're going to follow the money, and unfortunately, viewership was still up. So you can complain all you want, but viewership was still up both nights, and people were paying $20,000 for front row seats. They're not going to change what they're doing. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep having those commercials and their 10-minute match times, and it is what it is.
100%. Like, that's when you take the billions from the network, this is what comes along with it.
You can't have one without the other.
And Spenny, I'm going to have something in the sports business on Friday about it. UFC's on that same track right now.
No, UFC's dead.
Like, they are.
Yeah.
Like, there is no way Paramount's going to recoup that investment.
No
way.
They are dead. They don't have any stars. They've been dead.
When you get in bed with the networks, though, this is what comes along with it, everybody.
It was ridiculous. The commercials were ridiculous. It was very extensive, but I know, because I know the business, that this is what it's going to be, because there's too much money in it.
Right. And, like, it had all the Netflix opening day vibes. Mm-hmm. They'll cut it off to another streamer or network or whatever, and it will be it's an infomercial with wrestling going on in the background.
Yep.
Like opening day on Netflix was an infomercial with baseball going on in the background. Like that's what it's going to be. So
go see your local independent wrestling show if you want good wrestling.
There you go. Shout out.
Support local.
Support local.
Support local.
Wrestling.
There you go. Especially with wrestling.
There's a lot of them around.
Yes, sir.
Darren McCarty. Who are you putting in the car?
Well, what was
Brought to by Art and Jakes.
What was the cart game? You guys, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, my version of Yu-Gi-Oh is called NASCAR, right? And
good one.
And in the NASCAR version right now, my favorite driver is I ain't put him in a coffin, but gosh darn it, man, we might need some hospice or something like this because he's on life support. And I'm talking about the villain, Kyle Busch, baby. Kyle Busch through 9 races this year is in 27th place out of 38. He has led 19 laps. His average start has been 21st, and his average finish is 23rd. This is a guy who is perennial top 3, top 5 in this business. Now, with Richard Childress Racing, is that the big thing now over the weekend? He's got a big beef with Denny Hamlin, and these guys are like wrestlers in themselves, sort of real-life wrestlers that they get involved. But, my man, you got it. Like, just not even – doesn't even seem like he's competing out there. So I'm not privy enough if it's more the car and the race team than it is the driver, but this is where push comes to shove because to be down at the bottom, I mean, this is where he's sitting in where one race car teams that are trying to just get out in the races sit. So this is like a fall from grace. So he's technically not buried right yet. But, man, we're buying a plot because this consistency, not saying that he's not a great enough driver to rebound this, but I think more so what he's driving and where he's at, this is a fall from grace for me. So, tough to watch. But Kyle, I got to call you out, bro.
Wow. There it is, man. I like it, though.
There you go, Mama Jan. I did it. I didn't think I would. I did.
Yeah, and I actually had – because you brought up NASCAR, it popped inside my head. I actually had this discussion with a very, very high-level NASCAR fan that I know.
And did he have that?
Not necessarily about
Kyle Busch.
Not about Kyle Busch, just about because it kind of wraps into the WWE, the WWE thing, which wraps into the UFC thing. Like NASCAR took the page from the NFL book. They got in bed with a couple of networks, and my NASCAR buddy told me, he's like, Neal, I love NASCAR. Like I'm not going anywhere. Like I love it. I'm locked in. I don't know where the races are on sometimes.
Yeah, it is. That is.
He said you got to work to find out where the NASCAR races.
It's almost like trying to find a Wings game or a Tigers game on the road or something.
Yeah, like he said they got a problem with it, man. They absolutely do. I wonder when you're going to see teams start to pivot the other way.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's too much money. Got to follow the money.
Which is probably true. All right. Last, least, whatever you want to say it, brought to you by Art and Jake's. My rest in peace to people, especially WNBA players, that don't like Caitlin Clark. You see your contracts lately.
I've been saying it.
You see your contracts lately.
Look at that Aaliyah Boston contract.
You see your rookie.
Look at
you
that
see your
Aaliyah
draft
Boston
contracts. Like you went from $75,000 a year to $600,000 a year, like that.
So many multi-million-dollar contracts have been signed already for the WNBA. All thanks to CC.
And Caitlin Clark and to some degree Angel Reese created that. They did.
More Caitlin Clark than Angel Reese.
Right, but
personal opinion.
But it helped.
Every hero needs a villain.
That's
it,
true. Spenny. Like, look, that's it, man. And like, look, I know that people are just gonna like flip out about it. You know me, I deal in facts and I deal in money. And a rookie contract went from about $70,000 a year to $600,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
So there you go, everybody. So I don't know what else to say, man.
All us 15 WNBA fans are really happy about it.
Hey, I know they're happy.
Oh yeah.
Because they're getting the money, man.
Exactly.
You can say what you want, but. That guy, Matt, WWE is going to follow the money to sell to Saudi Arabia, LOL. Well, they've been doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the NASCAR stuff. Josh P. Kyle Busch hasn't been a top 5 driver for multiple years.
No, you're right. I'm just pinpointing it now that this is the lowest it's gone. This is your barrels.
It's true. Jerome Jenkins. Caitlin Clark being talked about on my Detroit Sports Network in 2026. Deny the impact.
You
can't, man. Like it's
Michael
crazy.
Jordan of the WNBA, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Gromit, what's the WNBA? Their accountants know. their accountants got real familiar with it real quick.
Preseason starts the 25th.
Yeah. And like you guys say what you want about Angel Reese. Like, I don't, she's trash or whatever. Okay, All I know is you know who she is.
Yep.
And that's what they sold it on. So that's what it is. Detroit Dabber, rest in peace to Live Golf. Well, not yet. They said
no. They thought it would be that, and they rebounded.
Yeah.
I think.
And you know what's funny about that, Dabber? When they come back to Detroit again, there'll be 50,000 people there, like there was last year.
Absolutely.
Live
it's
Golf.
a great time.
Live Golf's like the F1 of golf. Like it is for real.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a Live Golf event, you feel like you're, it's like you feel like you're at a premium thing.
It's you want a glass of champagne.
There's a
in your
luxury
hands.
angle to it, or a perceived. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm saying there's like a luxury angle.
A little
to
shirt
it.
and tie with those shorts.
Bingo. You know what I mean? Like
Thank you, sir.
Yep. National Soccer Network TV. Neal, are you calling Oakland baseball today? I am, as a matter of fact. Oakland.
Pretty sure that's Ryan Galinsky.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out.
Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact. Oakland versus Central.
Shout out.
So
you gonna have Terry come in do a guest spot one of the innings?
I should, as a matter of fact. I should, as a matter of fact. That'll be on ESPN Plus. That's 3 o'clock, by the way. Danny G. No way the WNBA makes money. They just did a multi-billion-dollar rights deal.
Pretty sure Aaliyah Boston's making close to $10 million a year now. So.
And by the way, too, when you say that, Danny G, no way the WNBA makes money. Their labor deal, players are getting, what'd they say, 30% of the revenue? 30-ish?
Yeah. And they're going to get my money. I got to buy WNBA League Pass this year, so.
You tapped in?
Oh, every year. Every
really?
Year. Oh, I'm a huge WNBA fan. I've got my signed Caitlin Clark jersey at home. It's I'm all for it.
He's all in.
Like I said, Fever versus Liberty preseason, April 25th.
All right.
And that Boston contract is 4 years, $6.3 million.
Yeah.
There you have it.
So yeah.
Like what? But remember, they were giving her like a hard time and like fouling her and all that kind of shit. Like you need to she should get tribute like the mafia.
They should honestly like part the seas every.
Well,
like,
to your point, let's see how it is now, right? Like you know what I mean? Because well, no, I'm just saying because now that this is the facts and she's been hurt and she's been out, do we say, not saying they don't play as hard, but do we see this more appreciation because the players know? Just because there's a couple people out there that don't appreciate it, that's not the rest of the team. There's like, 10 girls on the team?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they'll appreciate that. So I'm sure as it goes on and as these women get paid, you'll see more of appreciation for it. I mean, she doesn't deserve the smoke she gets.
But she'll get that smoke right back.
The heat that she gets, in my opinion. But like, she's a trailblazer. So fact is that like she is the number one reason you are in this spot.
Shout out CC.
There you go. I mean, you can't you can make fun of it all you want, but you can't deny it.
You cannot deny.
You can't
the
deny
impact.
the talent. Man.
You can't deny the talent. You can't.
You can't deny the money.
Yeah, you
like
can't
that,
deny
that's where I live.
That's the ultimate pay. That's the ultimate. And how'd you get here?
Right. So yeah, it's crazy, no doubt. The pay driver. Nothing about F1 is luxury anymore. It's a racing series for chicks who care about off-track drama. Sadly, that's everything though. Right? Like NASCAR. What sells in NASCAR? When the drivers fight each other.
Yeah.
Like people love that stuff. Woodward Sports Super Chat. I ain't say that. Locked into the WNBA. What's next? You gonna watch paint dry? You're getting a lot of pushback for Evan.
Oh, please do. Bring it on. Because you know what? I think it is sometimes even more entertaining than college basketball. These girls be beating the heck out of each other sometimes.
Jerome Jenkins, grown man buying WNBA League Pass is crazy work. But then Freddie Felt. I go to the Fever games in Indianapolis. They are sold out.
Yes, they are. They're making money.
Somebody's making money somewhere.
Courtside tickets are like $1,200.
That's right.
That's like for the first time in ever.
All right, let's take the break, get into some NFL draft stuff. Sam Adams, everybody. That's right. It's patio season today. Again, patio season will pay us a visit. It didn't in the morning, but DMAC has promised me, surely, that it will happen here tonight. So you know what the move could be? Go out on that patio tonight, crack a Sam Adams cherry wheat. That's right. And there's nothing better than a nice cold beer, and nothing says spring quite like Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Light, refreshing, brewed with real Michigan cherries, smooth enough to sip all game long, win or lose. And oh, by the way, maybe swing by your local Art and Jake's on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. $5 shorts of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. That's the move, everybody. Trust me. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Please drink responsibly.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10, 5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Lamar looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Jungle Juice is a bold, high-performance cannabis brand where raw power meets rugged innovation, big oil, and smooth performance. The new 2G XL delivers 2,000 milligrams THC with all gas, no leaks, designed to be clog-resistant, inhale-activated, and USB-C, rechargeable for a seamless user experience. Jungle Juice 2G XL comes with 12 strain options. Jungle Juice can be found in over 250 dispensaries in Michigan. Follow Jungle Juice on Instagram at GetJungleJuice.
All right, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, KG is out today. So we have the generational Alex in, Spencer Raxter here also. All right, Spenny, NFL draft stuff. Before we get into the moves and the strategy, I worry about my friend Spencer Raxter sometimes. I do.
That's
You're
fair.
my friend.
I appreciate that.
I value your friendship. I value our relationship.
I value yours as well.
So with that being said, sometimes I get concerned about you, Spenny.
Okay.
So it's on the show sheet here because Brad, you said it yourself. I was watching the heavyweights yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Shout out.
And, you said, get you somebody in your life that looks at you the way Brad Holmes looks at Larry June. So, Spencer, my question for you. What if he doesn't take an offensive lineman in the first round? What's going to happen to you at Massage Chair House on Thursday night?
As long as we get one of the best defenders in the draft, I'll be fine.
You promise me.
I promise. As long as it's not a linebacker, a tight end, a running back, or a wide receiver, I can stomach it. If you get one of the best safeties or a cornerback, I would honestly be pissed off as well. But defensive lineman or a defender, I'm not going to be mad. I just look at it as I don't think one player or one rookie is going to save your defense. But I think a rookie could save your offensive line. If you bring in, because right now you've got two holes in my mind on the offensive line where you're going to put a career backup at right tackle and a 6th-round pick at left guard as of right now. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't think Lions fans should feel comfortable with that. And I don't think Brad Holmes should feel comfortable with that. So I think you can get a piece to really solidify your offensive line in the first round. Now, if all of those guys are off the board, if there's this big run, I don't want him to just reach for a pick. I don't think they're going to go offensive line if Proctor or Fano isn't there. Like if it's Blake Miller or Lomu, I doubt they do it. But if you pass on one of the bigger guys to get a luxury position, I'll be pissed off. But if you're not trying to reach for, I don't want them to just reach for an offensive lineman just to get one.
What's your cutoff line?
I would say if anybody under Caden Proctor is there, I'm
You're
fine
good?
with them not taking him. Yeah, like if Proctor or Fano is there and they pass on him, I would be pretty upset. But if they're passing on a Blake Miller or a Lomu, I'm not going to be too mad at them.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
I'm right there with you, Spenny.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Neal, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
How many offensive linemen do we have under contract?
I could give you that.
Right?
Yeah, give me about 15 seconds.
I'm guessing we already have already some expendable guys. That's where, even though we have some under contract, there's guys that are under the contracts that are expendable. correct? Like the backup guys, Spencer, you're talking about the guys that he doesn't want to see.
Juice Scruggs.
Well,
Juice is loose.
whoever it is,
14,
right?
14 offensive linemen under contract right now for a total of $48.7 million in cap space.
That's not a lot of money for that many players, correct? So
Correct.
am I reading this right as far as like there's expendable guys there, so like that doesn't deter you from why you would draft one, right? As far as you might have to eat some money, but you want to take the best possible guy. My question is, Spenny, we're in agreement as somebody.
15.5% of their cap is spent on offensive linemen.
That's probably in the better. Like, that's good business, correct?
I would assume so, yeah.
Like, when I'm asking you about the cat, that's a good spot.
Larry
So-
Borum's your second highest paid offensive lineman.
Next to Penne?
Yep.
Okay. Which tells you that
He's
you do
starting.
need the help, and hopefully that falls to that way.
even manifest
Now,
it.
obviously, you're gonna look, and I totally agree with you, Spencer, as far as what you are for value. But where is that line drawn? I'm more interested in where's that line drawn as far as who's the corner that you would accept falling to you, who aren't you reaching for, but you're going to take, right, in the spot. So you expect to pick at 17.
Yeah, I do.
You don't expect to move up or move back.
I
or
think they
any-
want to move back, but I don't know if anybody wants to move
Right.
back with them unless somebody falls. And Larry Borum's starting at right tackle next year. Like, it's going to happen.
So
Unless something crazy like a Maui Goa or a Fano falls to 17. Larry Borum, like Neal just said, you're not making him your second highest paid offensive lineman to sit him on the bench or have him be Dan Skipper. Brad Holmes believes he could start. Brad Holmes signed him to be the starter, and as of right now, he is going to be the starter. And whoever you draft at 17, the best guys available are going to be guards. Whether it's the kid from Penn State, whether it's Caden Proctor, he projects to be a better guard than he would a tackle in the league anyways. So, like, Larry Borum's going to be your starting right tackle next year.
That makes me sick.
Can I interest you in Kenyon Sadiq?
No.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I thought you cared about Spenny.
I know, and this is the struggle that I have right now.
Like, do you have Spenny? Is there somebody that you would, like, because we go through it, but is there a name out there that could be available that you could see him taking? Because the DB, like, is
He's only met with a handful of guys that truly have, like, are locks to be first round pick. He's only met with like 4 or 5 guys that you really expect to go in the first round. So we'll see what happens. I know Messidor, if he's there, and there isn't, I think if Caden Proctor is there, that's the pick. If he is not there, I think you look at Messidor or Caleb Banks out of Florida as the pick, and we'll see what happens. I 100% believe Brad Holmes wants to trade back in this draft and to recoup more assets, because I look at this third round, and there are a lot of guys there I think would interest Brad Holmes very much, and I know he doesn't give a shit about third-round picks, apparently, because he trades 4 of them for one guy, and then he trades a third-round pick to move up in the 4th round to draft a guy from British Columbia that's not even going to play for your team. But I think in this third round, there is a lot of talent there for positions that you need talent in, like linebacker and safety and different things like that. So I think Brad Holmes is trying to move back. I just don't know if anybody wants to move up.
Woodward Sports Chat. Detroit Arrow. This isn't me saying this, Benny. Detroit Arrow. Borum had the same type of season as Decker. I don't know why people are so mad about it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if that's what you believe, go watch the tape. Go look at the a completely injured Taylor Decker performed better in most metrics than Larry Borum did last year, and he was playing left tackle. So
That's somebody who gets their stats from AI, and that's why I'm anti-AI. Use your eyes. Watch the players.
Okay. I wanted to get that out there because I wanted to know. I wanted to be prepared as your friend.
Yeah.
To what I could do to help you.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to crash out unless they take a skill position. Like if they take a running back, a tight end, or a wide receiver, then I'll crash out.
If we take a wide receiver, I'm not going to be okay.
But if you take any defense, I'll be able to stomach it, and obviously offensive line is my preferred choice.
It's just like, because I think in the end, I think Proctor's going to go higher than everybody thinks he's going to.
I think so too.
Because, like...
You don't think the eating thing's going to
No,
push him back.
I think it helped like his size, dude.
He
like
is
it's
huge.
it's
Big
unicorn size.
Yeah.
And
Do you
it's
see
just
picture of this guy like on the field, like around other human beings? It reminds me of like Bantam hockey, where they want to start hitting in Michigan, where somebody's hit puberty and he's 6'3", and another kid's still 5'1". Crazy. I don't think he's going to be there either.
it's just, and in the end, you give into that in a draft. You know, somebody's
especially
gonna
one
take
without like true upper echelon talent littered throughout the first round.
and that's it too.
Yeah.
You know, you'll fix him. If there's something like perceived wrong with him, you'll be the one that fixes him. So, you know, that's the way that it works. Duncan Stewart, center should be addressed until and if Ragnow makes it back to us medical wise. They did that. They got Cade Mays.
Yeah, Cade Mays is a good center.
Hey guys, the Ragnow thing's over.
Again, I like Cade Mays. I like the signing. He's not a sure thing either. He was cut just a couple years ago. He's not like this highly touted super mega athlete or prospect. He did look good last year, and he seems to be trending up. But that is somewhat of a question mark as well.
Dirty Dr. D, I'll sell my season tickets if we take a wide receiver in round 1.
I don't blame you.
Is there
I won't be okay.
Spenny, is there a Jack Campbell? Because he went 18 and 17, and I know you'd mentioned that linebacker, but is there, because we got to go to...
Yeah, I think Rodriguez out of Texas Tech is probably the best off-ball linebacker in this draft, but I don't think if you take him in the first round, that would be even more questionable than Jack Campbell.
Okay.
I really like the guy that you did the preview on, Jake Golday.
Oh,
Like, talk about an Anzo replacement. He would be perfect for that, but that's like... Would you reach on him in the second round? I don't think so. That's why I think he wants to recoup a third-round pick, because a guy like that could be available, and that would be a great pick for the Lions.
What about Ioane?
Cool.
You're good with that?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's who they're going to end up.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, too.
Where was he from?
He's a guard from Penn State.
Oh, that, yeah.
Probably the best guard in the draft.
As long as it's an offensive line, like, it's the analogy of your house is on fire and it's also flooding at the same time. What are you going to address first, right? I believe that O-line is the biggest problem on this team, and I would love to see it addressed in the first round, unless he were to get an edge. He's not going to get an edge, but if he were to get an edge, I'd be pleasantly surprised. But I'm with Spenny. If he gets a skill position, if he drafts a receiver on 5 days, I'm not going to be talking to anybody.
And like I said, Brad Holmes has drafted in the first round every single time players that he's met with. So if you think they are going to draft somebody, check the list, see if they've met with them. If they haven't, he probably won't.
Oak Allright in the chat. If Proctor goes early, Monroe Freeling will be available. I don't think Proctor's like going to go. Or he'll go earlier than you pick.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think he's first 10.
What if he goes 15, Spenny?
The Browns are talking about him at 6.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but that's the Browns.
What if Monroe Freeling goes 15 or 16?
That would suck, but I don't think he's on the Lions' radar. I don't. They haven't met with him at all.
I keep forgetting that.
We have Monroe Freeling audio talking about Dan Campbell and the Lions.
Really?
That I want to get to, but we should go to break first. Yeah, he was on Up and Adams with Kay Adams. Shout out Kay Adams.
Shout out Kay Adams, by the way.
Just good ethical flirting. She's not actually fucking these guys. She just flirts them a little bit. Allegedly. Yeah. I'm trying
at a resort together.
Shout out. She thinks Easy smells good, and shout out to Kay Adams. You got Diana Rossini, canoodling with coaches, while Kay Adams just good ethical flirting.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
You got to use your tools to your advantage, but you got to do it in the right way. That's what we love to see.
Neal, where did you get that hat? This is the Priority Club for the Tigers. You can get this hat when you sit behind Chris Ilitch, which I did.
Shout out.
So there you go. All right, everybody, let's take the break. Dr. Pierce will be joining us coming up in just a couple of minutes as well. BlackRock.
Yeah, let me tell them about BlackRock. And again, shout out to BlackRock for having us out there. It was so much fun in Sault Ste. Marie. It's their newest location. It's amazing. Right in the middle of the casino. You can have a great dinner. You can host events there. They've got that Tony Soprano-esque boardroom that we were sitting in that you could rent out for, your fantasy draft or anything that you want to do. So make sure you check it out. Go to blackrockrestaurants.com to find a location near you today. And again, shout out to all of them for having us in Sault Ste. Marie. It was a blast.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for Sun Cruiser. That is right. Real iced tea, real vodka, really good. Just 100 calories, only 1 gram of sugar, 4.5% alcohol, no bubbles. It's never not been Sun Cruiser season, but especially, with the golf course getting rolling again. We've talked about patio season being outside. It's going to be more Sun Cruiser than ever. We'll just say it like that. Proud partner of the Detroit Lions. If you haven't tried it yet, get the variety pack next time you go to the grocery store. Pick it up. Trust me. Let me know which one of the flavors is your favorite. Sun Cruiser. All right, it's Tuesday. You know what that means. Doc Pierce is here in the house, our injury insider. Doc, I appreciate you pulling up as always. I'm going to have some old guy questions for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. So
we fit that role.
We do fit that role. Absolutely. Because we had the discussion about it. We brought it up, I think it was a show ago or 2 shows ago. I'm looking for more information on it. I want to see if I'm doing everything I can do. But we'll get there, though, Doc. I have a football question for you, though.
All right.
Draft is Thursday, right?
Is that coming up already?
It's coming up this Thursday, as a matter of fact.
You just got back in town, so yeah,
Right.
it's shocker you would just
Hey, they're drafting a few teams over there. That Tampa team, Miami team.
Thanks for bringing the weather back, by the way.
Yeah, that is also appreciated. No, but Doc, here's the deal, man. We've been talking about offensive line, defensive edge, all that kind of stuff. I feel like nobody in the city, at least to a big degree, has talked about. There's kind of an elephant in the room, I think, with the draft. Given what we've talked about at length with Kirby Joseph, with Brian Branch, and you're not a draft guru, you're a medical guru. all right, from the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. I understand that when I ask this, that it's kind of unfair.
All right.
Given the nature of what they're dealing with from an injury perspective, how realistic is it to think that the Lions would value drafting a safety? I'm not saying first round necessarily, but I'm saying like with a kind of premium asset. How realistic would that be?
I think it's very realistic. I mean, we've said it before. We said it right when the end of the season about the draft. What are we looking for? You know, Branch, I think, is going to come back. The time frame is questionable. You know, it's a year. Right now with the Achilles, it's about a year. With some of the other stuff going on from a medical standpoint, they say he's ahead of schedule right now. What does ahead of schedule mean? He's not going to be there at the beginning of the season.
Right.
And Kirby is an unknown. I mean, Kirby, we're hearing that things are going well. His agent's putting out that, you know, he's going to be better than ever, comeback player of the year, all this stuff. It would be great, but I would like a little bit of a backup, you know, to this. I think it's a big deal. I think in the draft, I would highly recommend that we need to have some type of backup system. You know, we've lost a few key players in that linebacker role that's going to put more pressure on the safeties. So, yeah, I think drafting a safety, even first round, second round, you know, I think we definitely – I'm recommending we have somebody. And I'm not saying anything bad about Branch or Joseph.
Yeah, give me the basics.
But basically, they're an unknown. Branch isn't coming back. He's not going to be there at the beginning of the season. He's at best mid-season to towards the end of the season, playoff time. Kirby, you know, he's doing his own thing right now. He's trying to take his own secret sauce, which I think is really what's going to help him. He's taken a non-surgical attitude towards us. I still would like to know, especially like around now is the time where I said, let's know what his MRI is. Let's see where he is. Is he still swelling? Is there's still time to get scoped, have that area, that knee just cleaned up, and let the biologics, all the secret sauce stuff, work more effectively.
All right, Doc. So I break these things down more when we're talking about like prospects and baseball or drafts or something like that. Let me run this by you here. Are we counting on how realistic is it to have a Kirby Branch full health parlay? To have that ticket in your hand, what kind
What's
of
the
odds?
date? What date are you giving me?
Just in terms of
For 2027, 20.
Going forward. Just going
This
forward.
season.
You know what I'm saying?
So in this season, how confident are you to see both these guys
contribute
back playing?
By opening day, no.
No.
By mid-season,
Mine's more in general, like just going forward. Because what's one thing we heard about Kirby? This could affect his career. Brian Branch, we talk about Achilles, like obviously the track record of that. I think it's very aggressive if you, in your mind, when you analyze the Detroit Lions defense, you sit there and tell yourself, well, Kirby will be back and Brian Branch will be back and everything will be fine. It'll be like it used to be. I don't think that's realistic.
I have to agree with you. It's not realistic, but there's football smarts that overtake skill.
Sure.
And they have that. So there's an added value. You get young kids, you get like the Verlander effect right now. What's he doing? Is he like the study was 15, 20 years ago, or is he an asset in that locker room to do more things? I think Kirby plays that role. Branch, I think, has the guts and grit to recover from the Achilles and be 90% of who he was, right? Will he get that step? He may not have that same speed, but his football smarts, how to get to spot A to spot B, he'll have that. So we're not going to see that. I mean, I'm always glass half full. If everything goes smooth, which is what we're hearing, that he's ahead of schedule and his recovery from the surgery is going well, we think he's going to do well. And with some of the secret sauce stuff, we're seeing across the board, across all professional athletes and amateur athletes, quicker recoveries because of the science we have. I mean, you know, we can start talking about peptides or whatever, but the secret sauce is not, it's not one thing. Like, I know everybody's pushing on me, what's the secret sauce and what is it? McCarty's lived it with me. But
different cocktails for different guys, right? Like, like one, Drapes might be, to use liquor, he might be in the vodka realm, where I might be in the bourbon realm, which means that whatever secret sauce recipe Doc's cooking up, it's
like
more
Stevie and Sergey would be more aged scotch.
Right, exactly. More for the individual of what they need, and just going through it is you don't all get it. Oh, here it is all at once. It's like we're gonna give you a shot here for this into the knee here, and it's gonna help that, because it's like a lot of preventative too. So it's a lot to get you to play there, but it's so you're not at the end of the game can't use you anymore. Here's your last go out. We got you fixed up. Then you're done, because you're always thinking about the next day and what are we doing moving on from there, right? And on the recovery, and people don't see that. It's not about just getting you back out there to play, but what is your progress? Like you use Eisman for example in 2002. Or what everything was about getting him to the end, like get the playoffs over, like the Stanley Cup Finals, and win it early enough. But whatever they had to do to get him to the position, because he was going to have reconstructive knee surgery and do whatever after. But there was a plan in place, so that's why it's so individualized. And then you got to learn like the different systems. Like for me, like the sports hernia and the core and whatever, because in hockey. In the late 90s and 2000s, that's where that was a new thing, right? Like it was like everybody would have sport injury and tears, and everybody would go through it. So they got to stay ahead of it to say what it is. What's the NFL version of that right now? The Achilles? Like you know what I'm saying? Like the injuries that are coming around more so. So
yeah, the Achilles, the new ACL,
like all that stuff. So all these doctors have to sort of premonition to stay ahead of it and look at these guys when they come in to say, hey, some people are more prone to that. Correct?
Yeah, we are looking at body habits. We're looking at activities. We're looking at training. Like you talked about sports hernia. The biggest reason sports hernia became a problem was because we started training differently.
Right.
You were doing that forward flex strengthening because hockey was a forward flex movement. So we're going to strengthen you in that. But the thing is, that wasn't reality of life. Every time you got checked or hit, you're doing full extension, which pulled on those ligaments in your belly and below, and that's where they would tear because it would give. Right, because you were training in a forward flex position. I'm getting fun here. Yeah. Forward flex position, and when you got checked, especially you would be upright, which would pull on all that stuff, which would force you into extension. If we would have just strengthened you in a core neutral position and understand the dynamics of the game, you might have had less. But
that's why you don't see that as much nowadays, because the evolution of the training, or these young kids that come up, you don't see guys blowing out their cores and having these surgeries, because there's been that advanced, more advanced, more dynamics to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Doc, I was gonna because of the chat right now. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I do want to get to this because it's kind of funny, and it's very timely. Where are you, Dad? Says so. The secret sauce is peptides. So we talked about
Let's
this.
Clarify.
We talked about this a week or two ago. As somebody, like myself, who is active, as I get through my 40s, like go through my 40s, like my question, Doc, becomes: am I overlooking something that I can do to get more out of the effort and the work that I put in? Am I leaving stuff on the table? Explain the peptides to me like I'm a dummy, all right? Which I am when it comes to this.
Well, I got to talk to the chat too,
well,
right?
and Big Con says in the chat here.
Did doctors say, speaking of dummies, they're going to speak to the chat?
Well, Big Con says, Doc, should I order peptides from China?
All right, so let's clear the air. First of all, the secret sauce isn't just peptides.
Okay.
The secret sauce is what I've said, and we're going to tease it out even more. It's part of biologics. It's part of how you retrain. Like with Max saying, it's not one thing for everybody. You have to individualize everybody. You have to understand the limitations of everybody, and you need a very sophisticated team, right? It's not a one-off. When you look at professional teams, that's a sophisticated medical team. They're not coming with one direction. Right? They're coming from multiple directions looking at it, and we have analytical stuff where we can break you down to every muscle fiber in your body. We can take a look at it. We can MRI your whole body and take a look at it. What we're talking about, yes, peptides is part of that party, and peptides is proving out. The reason I want to start talking about it more is the same reason I got into doing this, is education to the people that are suffering, making a decision. Do I order online peptides from China? You can if you like to play Russian roulette, right? So you can do it. And the cost factor, when you find something that's less expensive, it's not that somebody's gouging you up here. It's that somebody's putting less pure.
They're cutting it.
They're cutting it.
Yeah.
There's no reason you can go less. Yeah, is there overpriced peptides, say? 100%. But they're backing it up. When you come to us, like when you come to Michigan Sports and Spine, our peptide, I'm not the cheap guy. I'm the guy you want to see if you're truly vested.
Right.
Right? If you're doing the Russian roulette thing on China, you might win, but you're not going to win longevity, right? That's not going to pan out. So you're going to have that initial effect. Oh, this is great. But it's the longevity. It's the forever. It's for what's going to happen. So to answer your question, are you leaving something on the table? Current science now is showing that the amino acid peptides are positive, right? We've proven that with Ozempic. We've proven it with the GLP-1s, all that. Now there's a GLP-3 with Retta, which is a whole show in itself. But to stay focused on our sports attitude, there's something called Wolverine. There's something called Glow. Those are things that would probably benefit you because you're healing. Like Max, we're a perfect example. What happens is our body is the best healing mechanism. I will always say that. We learn from our own body. So that's kind of what the peptides are about. They're amino acids that are already in our body that are signal. Everything's about signals, right? Just look at it simply. It's a blood flow, like plumbing and electrical.
Okay.
Right? That's like simplifying the body. They're all signaling. You have cells that are like microscopic over microscopic seeing. So you hear about mitochondria. You want to enhance your mitochondria. You want to enhance your healing mechanism, your ability. You're going to hear the word angiogenesis, which is blood flow, to increase that with better properties to be put into your bloodstream to heal. So it's all about signaling. When you hurt your arm, what happens in your body? You have no clue. You think of like putting Bengay on or something.
Right.
Your body's already
They
working.
still make that, by the way? Is Bengay still with us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The smell is still
Hey,
classic.
I got a better thing. It's D-Max CBD topical, which
There-
will do so much better.
Which I do have, as a matter of
There
fact.
you
Sorry,
go.
Doc, to interrupt.
Put
Carry
that
on.
on there instead of the Bengay.
No, okay, we'll start talking about
Yeah.
the Mac secret sauce.
That's it.
But yeah, I mean, to kind of just go back and simplify, you need to be evaluated. Can you do it without blood work? Yes. If you're fully fit, and it's okay. It shouldn't be the norm. If you're over a certain age, you probably need, you need your blood work done just to know you're at a normal level. There's some people that are concerned about cancer cells. This is basically turning on all your cells. So they say we're identifying the good cells versus the bad cells. So all that's being done right now. Right now, peptide world is blowing up in the medical world, the sports world, and the government, right?
Right.
So you're hearing it from everywhere. So there's a lot of noise out there. So what's my purpose over the next couple months, which we've talked about, is pretty much...
We talk offline, too. Like, it's not just on the show. Like, I ask you these questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, my purpose right now is to steer you in the right direction. My biggest problem right now is the 19 to 25-year-olds. They're taking peptides because they want to shred. I want to get bigger. I want to put 2 more inches in my biceps and look like, Hercules. But what's going on is you're actually potentially shutting off your own body mechanism to produce what it would naturally do, right? You're getting a synthetic amino acids starting to replace that signaling. So I really don't want a 19 to 25-year-old unless there's some medical condition that justifies it. There's overweight people at that age that they're using the GPL-1 for weight loss and stuff, but now it's getting to like abusive level. And anything like this, it's abuse. It's like really the wild, wild west. So I've said it before, you really want to go for category 1, which means you're getting peptides that you know the purity, they're coming from a pharmacy that's been approved. There's qualifications by the government, by the FDA approval. The second category is FDA approved but off-label, meaning we're using it's for a certain thing like weight loss, but it's also helping with circulation, heart disease, and stuff like that. And then there's the wild, wild west, which is really what you should avoid. But if people are looking for price breaks, that's where you're going to see it. Yeah. There's so much noise on the internet right now. And, so for me, I think our purpose on Woodward Sports is to, give an avenue where we can be truthful. Where if you're serious about it, like if you seriously
That's what the people like about you, Doc. That is, for real.
And the other big problem is that I have to deal with insurances. You know how much I hate insurances.
Yes, which is another thing people like about you, Doc.
But you might not like it because when you come in, it's a cash pay system. But all of it's cash pay, all of it online, all the stuff. And then the question is, how long do you have to take it for? Is it forever? Is it a boost over, 4 to 6 weeks. All those things can be spelled out. And then how much? It's microdosing. So microdosing is micro, meaning small, very small doses. Taking 2 to 3 times more recommended, thinking you're going to knock it out of the park, is not good, because you want your system to adapt to it, because it's going to become numb to it. So you either take a drug holiday, but it's all about the receptors. And
is it? You know what it sounds like? It sounds like 40 years ago, steroids. You know what I mean? Like it's something. Don't tell me what, tell me who. We get a medical professional, because there are certain medical uses for steroids that is needed to help heal. But it's along the same conversation of what people were using or abusing or.
No, that's a great example. And people are starting to think like peptides equal steroids. It's totally different.
And that's here in the chat, Doc, because like TDJ says, we never say like what it is. And
isn't it the natural?
And this is going to be a part 2. We're going to have another discussion about this because we're like rolling in for sure.
It's not steroids.
So like if you guys have the questions, Doc's here every Tuesday.
Yeah,
like, that's the move.
It's here. It's a call to action. It's whatever you need. I don't want the calls in a month or 2 months that, oh my God, my hair's falling out. I created this rash. My pancreas lit up because I took something, I don't know what's in it. There's heavy metals. There's other fillers that are being put into these other less expensive peptides. If you're truly vested, the few extra dollars is not going to hurt you to do the right thing.
Real quick in the super chat, Aura Fitness. Kiyomi McMiller is the Kyrie of women's basketball. You got to check her highlights. Lock in, Alex. Jaroxel in the super duper chat. Watching some of May's tape, he looks sticky. I don't think he has the power to finish a guy and move on to the next level, but he isn't going to let his man get away from him. So there's that one out there. Doc, we're going to pick this back up again next Tuesday. It seems no, I mean like for real, like people.
But I do want to hear from the chat. I came from Florida, and it's everywhere. Here, it's like more bad information's getting out than the good information.
Sure.
So Woodward Sports should be the new channel for understanding what peptides are about.
There you go.
So you want to keep calling me that new name. So
Dr. Peptide. Yeah, Doc Peptide.
He's got them all
in the house, man.
You got enough room on that business card?
We're switching it. We're just going to get a black one with Dr. Peptide on. We're going to go black and gold on it.
God Hates Coward says, Doc, this information might help all these kids who think that you need to try this stuff in the age group you are warning against using this stuff. No, 100%, man.
Yeah, I do
100%.
want to hear from the chat. I want to know what they want to hear, and let's get this nipped in the butt before it gets out of hand.
Absolutely. Well, Doc, appreciate you, man, as always.
What's Wednesday tomorrow?
We ran over
What's
top 5 Darrens.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. So for Doc Pierce, for D-Mac, Generational Alex, Spencer Rash, I'm Neal. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.
Peace out.